Ladies and gents, you are now tuned in to Let's Talk Battle Rap Podcast. This is our KOTD Grand Prix special with Vlad and Tim. That's right. We are back together again. Ebony and Ivory. Oh, man, this is going to be exciting. As you know, Tim is our resident KOTD expert. That's why we call him KOTMD. So I need you guys to buckle up your seatbelts and get ready for this ride. But before you do that, I need you guys to subscribe on our YouTube at Let's Talk Battle Rap Podcast. Get us to that 1K. I know that we have not been paying attention to YouTube, but if you have been paying attention of late, we've been dropping mad content on there, and it's been fire content. So please accept us back and subscribe on YouTube. Also, I need you guys to follow us on Caffeine. Yes, we are now official Scion partners with Caffeine, and we are doing the damn thing up there, all right? We are bringing you Breakfast Club style, First Take style, Everyday Struggle style content. I mean, fire graphics. France is on the directing tip. Cece is out there being... Oh, man, she is being Cece. You got to tune in to see it, man. We are live every day, 10:30 to noon for the turn up. So please, man, go subscribe on that at caffeine.com/LTBR podcast. Also, wherever you are listening to this on, whether it's Apple, Google, Spotify, wherever, I need you to subscribe. Drop them 5 stars. Drop them comments. We need it. Also, follow the show at LTBR Podcast on all social medias. Follow me at Program V on all social medias, and follow Tim at Don't Tweet Much. All right. Now, this episode was hella fun. All right. For about the first 18 minutes, Tim and I just talk about life, raising kids. As you know, my son just turned 3 months old yesterday. So, we got to chit chat a little bit about that, and it's a lot of fun, man. So all you fathers and mothers, parents, y'all might want to tune in and listen to that. And even if you don't have any kids, trust me, it is hilarious. You will be laughing your ass off. But if you don't give a damn about no kids or want to hear any of that, and you want to get straight to the KOTD stuff, then yeah, jump straight ahead to about 18 minutes and 30 seconds, and you will be able to hear all the stuff about the bars. We review the Southern Division, and we preview the Eastern Division, all right? So every Friday, you can expect this to drop, the reviews and the previews with Tim and Vlad and Tim, however you want to slice it. All right, man, this is a fun one, and you guys should look forward to this content every single week. Salute to the entire squad, France, Dylan, Tim, Cece, myself, the people who like to stay behind the scenes. All right. Shout out to you guys. We appreciate everything that you guys do for us. And most importantly, we appreciate everyone who's been rocking with LTBR over the past 3 years. And, man, we continue to strive to level up and bring you nothing but the best. So continue to rock with us, and we will continue to make you guys proud. But now let's get into the episode. Salute to everyone. We'll see you guys next time. Peace. Timmy, yow.
You good?
Oh, I'm all set up, brother. Coming out feeling about 10 pounds lighter.
Good way to start the morning, man.
I know you remember that one, right?
No. Who is that?
Ice Cube.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. On that song, Make Way for the Mothership.
Ah.
He said, I hit the crib coming out feeling about 10 pounds lighter.
Dude, Ice Cube is really dope, man.
Man, Ice Cube took a big old dump, man.
Man. Who do you think was better in their heyday? I remember you saying to LL Cool J that LL Cool J was one of your favorites. You think at their prime, who was better, LL Cool J or Ice Cube?
Oh, man.
Right?
They're two completely different type of rappers, so it's hard to judge. But if we're going to go with everything. I mean, from political wise to hood bangers to gangster songs to lyricism, thought provoking diss records, overall in their heyday and prime. Oh, don't make me do this.
Do it.
I think I might have to go with Cube because there's more Cube albums that I could just play straight through.
Right.
You feel me? Although LL set the mode for a hip hop superstar, man.
You know, and like that's the thing, and I think like both of them are kind of similar in the sense that like they became super popular. You know, their rap career kind of started to decline, and they were like, "All right, I'm doing movies from now on, or I'm doing TV or whatever." And I think that's how most people know them now. And I think most people would be like, "Oh, LL Cool J is a rapper? What? I don't want to hear that."
You mean most house moms from Wisconsin,
Right? Yeah, exactly, right?
who are watching NCIS?
But they don't realize, what they were actually like putting in back in the day and how dope they like really were. I don't know.
Or maybe they do. Maybe they were back there in 1986 going ham, going crazy secretly in their bedrooms. You know what I'm saying? They had the LL posters underneath the underneath the Bon Jovi posters. Oh, Mom, I just love Bon Jovi. And as soon as like nighttime, it's like rip it down. It's like, oh, LL.
Yo, you know what that reminds me of? Reminds me of Redman Method Man. You know the Blackout album.
Yeah.
Like had that one skit where he's like, "Hi, my name's Todd."
Oh yeah.
Predominantly white neighborhood, and I have predominantly white friends. But when everyone's in bed sleeping, I bump this, and the Rockweiler beat comes on. It's just incredible.
I'm telling you, man, it's crazy like that. Yo, Tim, do you have your headphones?
Yeah.
Perfect, because that might, the microphone might just be just a little bit better.
Oh, it's going to be way better.
Oh, man, I'm loving how this podcast is starting already, bro. Talking about taking big dumps, you know what I'm saying? Who's better, Cube or LL? Speaking of taking big dumps, right? So my son turned 1 month yesterday. I mean, 3 months yesterday, right?
Right.
And yo, like sometimes when he lays on my chest and like he's taking a poop, I can feel him digesting. Right after he's done and I change him, I gotta take a poop too. Is that a thing?
Really? No. Where it's like it's like kind of like yawning. You see someone yawn and then you gotta yawn.
Yeah, I'm like our systems.
I gotta shit, right?
I'm like our systems trying to line up or something like that. Like, what's going on here? I got such a connection with my son. We take dumps one right after the other.
I've like, there's like that theory that women who are really close will like have. Like,
but that's real though.
Time,
yeah,
right. Mm-hmm. So maybe there is something to that, man.
Oh no, man, because that boy, whoo, it looked like a big old jar of mustard got shattered in his diaper. Man.
And like, I remember that too. Like I was not expecting that. Like looking at her shits like the first few times and being like, there's seeds in this.
Yeah.
Like, why are there seeds in her? What did she eat?
I'm like, you're drinking nothing but milk, bro. What are you sneaking out of your crib? And
where the fuck are? I still don't understand it. I know it's like a natural thing. I just don't get it. You know
like,
what I mean?
Is this kid eating poppy seeds while I'm sleeping?
Right?
Like, what's happening?
Right.
Yeah, but
weird,
the funniest thing is watching them poop though, because they don't really have. They got a 3% bit of shame, right? It's not 100%, but just watching the face with the. It's like, oh, this is cute. Get it out. Then you gotta change it. It's like, oh my gosh, man. I just try to do it with a quickness, yo.
We tried. We didn't have much luck with like the formula.
Okay. Yeah.
So
What'd
Nicole
you use?
Nicole was like feeding for a long time, like years straight.
Hey.
And
get to work.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Right.
Feed that baby.
She was like having to like freeze stuff and all that. Anyways, the first time we tried giving Avery formula, whatever, 3 months in or something, she just puked, and it was such an interesting thing because it kind of reminds me of what you were saying with like the no shame thing. Where she's just sitting there, and then all of a sudden it's just like, bleh. And then she just looks at you like nothing happened,
Straight projectile.
Right? And then like, Hey, all right. So, anyways, what were we talking about? You know, like it's just so weird. You know what I mean?
Yo, you know what's the
You don't
craziest
expect
part?
that.
Like when they puke, right? So you feed them a whole bottle, and you're like, all right, you got the whole bottle. You sitting there, and all of a sudden they're like, blah blah.
Right.
Blah.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you just threw up everything you just ate, and then he's like, he just goes straight to sleep right after. I'm like, there are easier ways to fall asleep than wasting milk, bro. Like, what are you doing? And then what's this other thing that kids do? They want to fall asleep, but they want to fight you. They want to cry. They want to just fall asleep. What's the problem?
Right. No, I know. We've been really lucky with Avery. She just her whole life essentially, like, she would just go to sleep. But there was a time, like around the time when she was turning 1, where she was just like, there were a couple months there, man, where she fought that shit. I remember her first Christmas night. I actually like started taking video, and because it was so ridiculous. Because the kids, she's so tired, she's fucking flailing all over, and I'm like, dude, you're way past your bedtime. Like, why do you have all this energy?
Right.
And she's like, I don't know. I don't know if they're like afraid they're gonna miss something, or like
FOMO
they know
at
they're
1 year
asleep.
old.
And I don't know, maybe they got like super intense nightmares at that age, man, where it's like,
what could you possibly be dreaming about, though?
I was looking for a boob and there was no boob. Oh, thank God. Oh, it was just a nightmare, you know? You know what I mean?
I'm never going to see tits again. Oh my God.
Right, yeah.
I can't sleep.
And then it's so scary that like the next time they're about to fall asleep, they're like, oh God, I'm going to go to that place where there's no tits.
There's nothing but A cups around here, and guys, oh my God, what are we doing here? No, I want to go to the land of milk and honeys. Where are the honeys?
Yes, exactly.
I never thought about that, because I'm like, unless you're a really bad parent, like, children shouldn't be having traumatic experiences like that to be scared of. But then again, we don't really know what's going on in them brains. And then what if we program them with certain, like, fears, nightmares, and dreams that they have that we don't even know that we passed down, and they're like, oh man, I don't want to think about this car breaking down on me in the middle of the highway, and now I gotta play Frogger. You know what I'm saying? And I can't even crawl yet.
You know what? I don't know about you, but like, I think I was like, as far as nightmares go, I think that was way more intense for me when I was like a little kid, because like, you know, like what our age, we had Freddy Krueger, you know? So like I would see like a Friday the 13th commercial or something, and then Freddy would come and get me in my dreams, and that'd be like really, and that'd be really, really scary. But like now you can have like some scary nightmare or whatever, and you wake up and you're like, oh, whatever, that's a nightmare, you know? And even though you know that when you're younger, it still seems really real. So I bring that up to say, what if when you're like even younger, like, you know, Psalm's age, where it's like, can't even, you don't, there's no one to tell you like that wasn't real, what you just went through. You know what I mean? And so it seems super real. And all it takes is one nightmare to be like, I ain't never going to sleep again. You know?
I ain't think about that, man.
Right?
Oh my God.
That's possible.
Yo, my wife had to put him on that the swing. We got the Grey Coast swing.
Yeah.
Dude, she put that sumbitch on 5, and it was like, what is this kid at Great Adventures, yo? It was like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
But they can like that.
I was like, and then he went to sleep immediately. But then, you know, she took him right out and put him in a bassinet or whatever. So I was like, this is crazy, man. I'm like, his system must be going wild. I can't imagine being 3 months and basically going on the equivalence of like the cyclone. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. And they're just like, peace. This is my natural environment.
This is heaven.
You know what's
adrenaline
funny,
rush
is the car rides were always the trick. Like, you know, we couldn't get her to sleep. Yeah. Car ride 100% of the time worked.
Yeah.
But man, it's like, you can get her to fall asleep in the car ride, getting her out of the car, usually not so bad. Weird, but the second we go to lay her down in the bed, She's like, what? Wait, what's this? What? I know I did not approve this.
Yo, so my mom, right? She bought like, bless her heart, right? She bought like a bargain basement kind of car seat for us or whatever. So, he was born in Brooklyn, so he didn't have time to go shopping for nothing. You know what I mean? So she was like, oh, here you go. I don't know nothing about no car seats. I'm like, it looks fine to me. I mean, they sell it in the store. Like, it has to be legit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I don't know, man. We put him in that thing the first time. He was like, I am not having it. He was crying. He didn't want to be restrained. But then, like, once we started driving, he cried all the way from Brooklyn to Cleveland. He cried, slept. And then, like, about an hour away from home, he was like, and I was like, we almost made it, big dog. I was like, what happened? But now I got to basically talk German to him and then, like, start the car in, like, Sport Plus mode. So I'll be like, yeah, we are going to go in the car here. Yes, there's straight line turbocharged V6. Yeah, you'll have about 400 horsepower. You will feel the Sport Plus exhaust, and as we go, you will feel very comfortable with the vibrations of the car, and you will sleep.
Right.
Yo, he is a. He be like, I'm out, man.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know, man. So now he has this thing for this German automobiles. Yeah, it's crazy,
and it works. Hey, whatever works.
It works,
man.
B. I'm like, I'm gonna burn a whole lot of gas getting your ass to sleep. I'm like, can't drive an Eco with you, brother.
Yes, yeah, man. You got to test it and find out what works and stick with that fucker until it does not work anymore. Yeah, man. That's awesome.
But now we got a fancy car seat now. You know what I'm saying? So now I got to put that thing in and then see how he reacts to that one. But I'm like, good grief, that thing was a mess driving around, man. But now it's like he's more calm in there. He'll still get his little beforehand, but I'm like, this kid's gonna be all confused, man. He's gonna be speaking English, Creole, and hearing things in a German accent. He's gonna be like, and then I hear my dad talking to his other friends and all these other, what's going on here?
Yeah, right.
Language am I learning? What's happening here, man? Well, it's bananas.
Yeah, man. I suppose that's part of the risk when you're like a man of a lot of voices. You know what I mean? Like, which one is my son gonna pick up?
Well, it's funny though, because I wanted to speak to him exclusively in Creole, Haitian Creole, but I'm like, that's not happening. But I do speak a lot of Haitian Creole to him as well. But his mother exclusively speaks English to him. So I throw in the Creole as much as I can. We even got a couple books because they're like, at this stage, if you speak two separate languages to them, they'll pick up two separate languages.
Yep.
So, we'll see what happens because he's doing that whole.
Right,
yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, brother. But so he's doing that now. So I'm like, all right, man. I can't wait to see like what he picks up or understands. You know what I mean? How old was Avery when she started talking or trying to form words?
Yeah,
seems like it was so long ago.
It really was, man. I'm trying to remember. I couldn't even tell you. I remember. I remember she was like 13 months, like to the day when she like started walking. But I don't, man. The talking part, couldn't tell you.
This kid wants to crawl everywhere.
Yeah, that's great.
He refuses. It's crazy. He's trying to crawl everywhere. If you put him on his feet, he'll start like doing the walking motion with his legs.
Dang, Vlad.
Yeah, he puts like one foot ahead of the other and like basically walking. And I'm like, this is crazy. So we try to keep him off his feet though, because I don't want my kid growing up with no bow-legged Lou legs, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Looking like two parentheses out here. I'm like, homie, we're going to have to break your legs and put them in the cast. Like,
right, get them straight.
Yeah.
That's wild.
You can't be out here looking crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That's wild.
Yeah, man. But I was watching the Netflix series on YouTube and they break down like all the things like little babies go through and stuff like that. And they're thinking and getting from point A to point B and all that stuff. Like, it's madness, bro.
I think part of it though is who they, their motivation for some things. So like Avery didn't have like older siblings that were like running around that she wanted to like run around with.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she sees us walking, but whatever. I mean, Avery's best friend was always the dog. You know, I mean, it was the four of us. It was Nicole, me, Avery, and our dog. And so, like, that's actually how Avery started walking. We just put the dog a few feet away from her.
Yeah.
And that was her motivation to, like, get to the dog or whatever. But had she had other people, like, around her, who were constantly with her, running around, you know, her size, you know, like something she can more relatable. Because I mean, to us, we're just
giants,
right? But if there was someone like a little bit older than her who was walking around,
Dude,
I think she'd have been like, I gotta get up here.
That's crazy, man. So that would be the equivalent of us standing there and like Goliath is standing in front of us, like, oh,
absolutely.
my God, like, who are these giant people? Like, what's happening here? I don't know what to do.
Right.
It's bugged though, man, with the COVID, because it's like you can't really hang out. You play dates. I mean, not for us anyway. We ain't playing around, bro. I'm like,
no.
I'm like, Next thing you know, they're gonna be like, yeah, we want to give your kids the COVID vaccine. No, you don't.
Right.
No, you don't, Dr. Tuskegee. We know what's going on around here. You ain't giving my kid that. What's wrong with you? Trying to experiment on my baby. We ain't doing that.
Yeah, man. I'm really curious how all that's gonna work out. And yeah, I don't know, man. What'd you think of the whole Trump thing?
It's a mess, man. It's a mess. Now he claims he has it 1 month away from the election date, brother. Come on, man.
I know. Yeah, I've like heard some of that too, where people are like, man, he lost so bad in that debate that he's like, that, as much as I'd love to do another one, I really can't. And, the other thing someone was saying was like, he's going to come out in like a week and be like, took some chloroquil and now I'm great, you know?
Oh, gosh.
Because you know he's got lots of money in that stuff. So who knows, man? Who knows?
Oh, we need to get some damn, we need to get some stocks in that joint then.
Yeah, word.
Get some medical stocks, B. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, Tim, I think we got everyone primed and ready. You know what I'm saying? So now it is time to kick it off, man. So we're going to start off with the recap of the Southern Division of KOTD. The Grand Prix, they are back. It's headed by Direct. The battles on that card were Chef Trez versus Latazé, Scotty versus So Severe, Oops versus Clone. Oh, I'm sorry, not Oops. Oops wasn't there. That's right. He was out there doing the good work. It was Carter Deems versus Clone and Bricks Belvy versus Hayes, the family man formerly known as Saya Boy. First of all, what did you think of the Southern Division, especially coming off the debacle that we had out west the previous week?
For me, I wasn't that excited about the Southern Division, man. There weren't a whole lot of rappers I was like super motivated to see. But I thought it was cool to see Carter come in. I was like, oh man, he's going to shake shit up. Like, this is going to be interesting to see how this goes down. But, you know what? I thought the battles on this, last weekend were better than the ones from the West. And I definitely had the West being the best division out of all four. But the South, man, the South was surprising. I really liked all the battles, honestly.
Yeah, they were turning up, bro.
Yeah. And, you know, the Carter thing was, you know, disappointing. But I think we all kind of understand, like, 3 days prep, you know, what can you do? But that's what makes Clone's performance that much more incredible. I don't know. What did you think, man?
I thought it was good. I thought all the battles, with the exception, obviously, of Carter Deems and Clone, were really good. Right. However, Clone was really, 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 really good. He might have been the best dude that entire day, man. And honestly, dog, I had to apologize to Clone live on air on LTBR Daily yesterday, because we had him as a strong contender. And then all of a sudden, you know, we like, all right, Carter Deems, he freestyles, he's on, you know, wilding out. He should be good for this. His style kind of lends towards this anyway. So he should be good to go. And man, Carter shat the bed, brother. Like, it was nasty.
Yeah, man, it wasn't good. And one of the things I was thinking was him versus Ilmac. It was longer than this. I want to say it was like 6 days to prep.
Mm-hmm.
But that's one of his probably his most famous performance, honestly.
Right.
And so I was like, all right, so he's got a little bit less time, but he should be able to pull this off.
Mm-hmm.
And but man, no, it just wasn't there, man. He's great at freestyling, but I think the problem with it was he was freestyling while also trying to remember his material.
Right, yep.
And it was just too much going on. And I thought we'd at least get one round from him.
Right, one clean round, right?
Yeah.
It was tough to watch, but Clone was so good that you just stuck around and kept watching. I couldn't believe it, man. Like, he had a complicated dude like Oops to prepare for, and he prepared for that in 12 days. And then he had to switch it all up and start preparing for Carter Deems. And it wasn't corny. It was super direct. He still had haymakers. He still had room shakers. You know, stuff was still complex. It wasn't simple ABC 1, 2, 3 bars. And he really shut me up, bro. Like, he came through. He showed up and showed out, man. Yeah. Clone was my MVP for that night. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's doing in the next round, man. So salute to him, bro. Salute to him, man.
Salute to Clone. Hey, my MVP was Hayes, or AKA Cyborg.
Really?
I wasn't expecting that, and I wasn't expecting that from Clone either. But I think Hayes was just more surprising to me. Like, he was the full package to me. And Bricks was really good. And I think he pretty handedly beat Bricks. Yeah. And I did not see that coming. I really didn't. I didn't have Clone or Hayes making it out of the first round.
Hayes, who now doesn't want to do gun bars because he's a family man.
Right.
But in his verses, he's still spraying up the family vans. Bro, you got to pick a side, man. Like, you can't say, I'm a family man now. I want to leave the gun bars alone because I got kids now. And I got a wife and I can't be, who knows if my job is going to look up and see me talking crazy. And I'm like, but then you got the gun bars and you're talking crazy. So what are we doing here, brother?
Right.
What are we doing here? And it was funny because the first round, Bricks was cool. I liked his stuff. He was pretty good. And then Hayes came out. He dropped like the Avo line. And I was like, Bricks up 1-0. And everyone was like, you're crazy. I was like, you drop an avocado bar, you're going to lose the round to me, brother. But, after the round, I was joking around. After the round, though, he started really turning up, man. And he was just super consistent. Bricks kind of sacrificed his third by doing the Black Lives Matter verse. I mean, it was good, but, in the tournament, in the battle, like, you're going to really have to be direct and win. And all I could keep thinking is that, man, Avocado's going to be feeling uncomfortable all tournament long. Because in every round, someone's going to have something to say about your ass, man. So... keep them bars coming, brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't shy away from it.
To be honest, I was surprised how little there was of that. I really thought we were going to see a lot more avocado bars. And surprisingly, I think just about every battle had a reference to frack and disaster.
Right.
But not that much about avocado.
Hey.
And maybe, the guys in the room, I don't know.
All the better. Well, when did that stop anyone in like the grind time KOTD era? That's when you turn up the most. I think it's kind of like, remember when Method Man was like, don't drop my name in the bars, right? People are like, I might lose. They're like, man, Avo is kind of running this thing. So if I diss him, would that adversely affect me? Will the Proud Boys vote against me? What's happening? They're like, I don't want no beef with the Proud Boys, man. So I'm not going to mention him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But no, but Hayes, he was dope. He was dope all 3 rounds. He had a couple of moments where I was just like, okay. Yeah. But all in all, though, good delivery, good poise, all that. Like, he did his thing. But it should be interesting to see the next round, how Hayes levels up. will he continue to have the gun bars? Will he do less of them? Because, now you can see what people think. You know what I mean?
Right.
And see how people react. And you have 3 weeks to make adjustments now. So
exactly.
And that is a major thing, man. Talk to me about these guys having 3 weeks to prepare, for these bars. Like, how much more of an advantage is that to have 3 weeks instead of like 2 or 1 in traditional forms?
It seems like it's quite a bit. I heard like Mike P and Danny and Emerson, I think, all talking about how difficult it was to do a 2-week turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
You're finding out your opponent. You got to take out some days because of travel. You got to, hey, that's a big water jug, man.
Hey, man. Listen, bro.
But
look at the size of your pitcher.
Right? Hey,
oh, my
yeah,
God.
Right?
It's all filled with liquid. You know what I'm saying? Pause.
Also, pause.
How long does it take you to drink that thing?
I just go throughout the day. I don't know.
There's no cap on that?
No.
Oh,
I just keep it in the fridge. And
What are you, 12 years old, man?
No. You know what? Like Avery will say to me, she'll be like, why do you have like a whole jug of water? And I'll be like, because I'm a man. Oh, man.
Do you say that in your no ma'am Al Bundy shirt also?
Yeah, right. And then Nicole will be in the background. She'll be like, oh, brother. And I'm like, shut up, woman, do some dishes.
Who told you could have shoes on in my kitchen? I can see you with your tank top and tomato sauce all over your shirt with like blood from lamb on it. I just came from out back. I gutted me a deer, honey.
Just
cook it.
Cut me a pig open. Yeah.
Tonight we're having venison, whether you like it or not.
Guess what we're having tomorrow? More venison, right? Yeah, right.
Who told that deer to come in my backyard?
Right. Word.
Oh my God.
No,
all right.
But shit, what were we even talking about, man?
The 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Yeah.
So they were saying how, like, okay, so you got a couple weeks and, you just find out your opponent. Now you got to take a day or two traveling back, a day or two traveling to there. And then you got work, you got your real life job in between all that, and then family stuff and da. And so, like, all of them are saying, like, I took 1 day to write and then, a few days to try to, like, memorize.
Yeah.
And that's kind of all you really have. So having a whole extra week should give people a lot more time to, like, work on the material.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, that's what is so incredible about Clone. I mean, to be having that sort of material and that just to have any material that you can memorize about your opponent in 3 days is really impressive. But to have, like, good material,
right?
Really impressive.
And not slip up or stumble at all, dog.
Not even a word.
And to perform it with a lot of conviction and
it was very confident in it, man.
It was amazing, bro. It was super amazing. Hold on, let me put the battery in my computer. 1 second.
You know what? I think the other thing about it, we didn't talk about Ladezé or Trez.
Oh, we about to get there? Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We got to give everyone their just due. This is the recap and the preview, the review and the preview with Vlad and Tim. Yeah. Tim and Vlad. Yeah, Vlad and Tim. Yeah, we are here to give you the recap. And the review and the preview. Yeah, we are here for that. And if you are still here, thank you. We appreciate it. And we know you are sick puppies and you are pretty laughing very hard. It is amazing. Yeah, man. All right. So we move on. Obviously, Hayes the Family Man moves on. Bricks was good. Not good enough. Sacrifices third, but he had good content. He had a good showing. Clone obviously left Earth. Carter Deems, we expect you to be better when you bounce back. But you know what? He didn't want to leave KOTD hanging. And I got to commend him for that. But at the same time, we got to be honest. And I think he knows too. He 30'd his post-game interview, though. That was hilarious, man.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh, dude, he was so funny. I was like, you know what? That made up for it for me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo.
I didn't see the face-off either, but I heard he was great in that.
You know what? I didn't see that one either, But hey, man, I'll tune into the next one though tomorrow night on Saturday. You know what I mean? But
absolutely.
So Should we do Scotty versus So Severe?
Yeah.
All right, so Scotty versus So Severe, man. So Severe originally from New Jersey, but I guess he now resides in where? Florida, Atlanta, something like that, somewhere down south, right? So
I don't know.
He's like, I don't know. Were you familiar with So Severe beforehand?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, he's had some KOTD battles.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't know if you was like the West Coast judges. Oh man, I ain't never seen Frack before.
No,
you know
no,
what I'm
no.
saying?
Yeah,
so
no,
I ain't gonna
I've
vote for him
actually-
because I ain't never seen him before. You know?
Yeah, no, he's actually had some pretty decent size battles or whatever. So, yeah, you know, did you meet him? Weren't you at?
I mean, I crossed
the Gates of the Garden or
Guardians of the Culture. I crossed paths with him. I didn't formally meet him, but you know, cool guy. I mean, he wasn't out here being a jerk or nothing around, you know. But yeah, he's decent. I did like his material though. I liked his material, although I felt like there were times where some of those schemes were a little bit overused before. I felt like,
the third round in particular, like I thought he did pretty good in the first, but I thought Scotty, that was the best round of that battle was Scotty's first. Right. So I thought Scotty pretty easily won that, and the second one was kind of debatable. But the third, So Severe came out scheming, and I was like, oh. It just kind of kept going, and it wasn't it.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised, man. I thought Scotty, he was super clean in the first, creative, funny, had his own flow, pace. He's like I want to say a less lyrical Miracle Verb. You know what I mean? Like he has that kind of appeal to me. Very clean all three rounds. I thought he got the first and the third, you know, clearly. But when I say clearly, I don't mean like he just straight smashed So Severe.
Yeah.
I thought So Severe did turn up in the second, and I thought he got that second for sure, like clear. But I thought Scotty should have won that battle, and there was only one judge that voted for him. I believe his name is not
Mike's. That was Mike Sick.
Yeah. I was about to say Real Sick. I was like,
I
don't think Real Sick would be judging him. He ain't trying to,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, probably not.
He's smr, you know what I'm saying?
Not after Chilla Jones battle.
What? No. Could you imagine? He's like, yo, yeah, Chilla, sorry, man, I gotta go judge this.
Right.
Beasley would have been like, what are you doing? We gave you the biggest opportunities, and now you spit in our face. You think you're Jonah? So, so yeah, man, I thought Scotty, it wasn't a robbery.
No.
But it's like, hey, man, you dropped your wallet, and I saw you drop it, and I'm just going to pick it up and look and see where the cash is at. I'm going to take the cash. Although I'll give you back your credit card and your ID.
Right.
All right.
Right.
And don't ask me for the cash, brother. All right.
Right.
It was that kind of situation to me, you know, but hey, it is what it is. The fans voted for Scotty, although the judges voted 3-1 for So Severe. What does that say to you?
I was surprised, man. And I know for some reason they kind of put it all on dude, why the hell am I blanking on his name? The white guy.
Which one? Sonny Bamboo?
The Sonny Bamboo. Thank you. Why couldn't I remember?
And Sonny Bamboo, he looked like Frack's cousin or something. Like they're like long. He's like Frack with tats.
Frack with tats.
Frats.
Frats. I like that. Frack with tats. And I've seen like every direct podcast that he's ever done, and Sonny Bamboo is often on his podcast, and I really like the way Sonny breaks down battles. I think he's really smart with it, and so I was like, all right, Sonny's got Scotty. He's gonna right this wrong, and so I was really surprised when he went with So Severe.
Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, hey, here's the thing. I'm not mad at how a judge chooses who won, as long as they can actually explain why.
Right.
And so, you know, we saw Ben doing that, you know, over-explaining it. Like,
yo, deadass B. Yo, first of all, he came out the gate. First off, fuck your bitch and the click you claim. West South, we right.
And I was like, yo, I ain't going to hold you, but... and then it's like, and you know what? Like, part of me really appreciates that because I'm like, at least we know this guy is fucking paying attention.
Absolutely.
We know he's not just like,
right.
that guy's shirt was dope, and I caught a bar, he said. So he won. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, I at least appreciate that. But I was surprised, man. I really was. Now, one of the things Sonny Bamboo said was like So Severe's like presence and the way that he projected was pretty much a deciding factor for me. So, you know, that's part of it when you're in the room, man.
Judging is subjective, material is subjective, presence is subjective, because you know, some might say, hey, I like Scotty's laid back, cool approach as opposed to So Severe's overbearing, in your face, very loud and boisterous approach. So it's just a matter of what you like. So as long as you can explain yourself clearly, then hey, you can live and die with your judgment, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Final battle of the night, which Chef Trez versus Lada Zay. Now, Chef Trez, we obviously here at LTBR voted him as the favorite to come out of the Southern Division. Obviously, you know, he has so much experience, freestyle ability, written ability to change flows, change pace and all that. And Lada Zay has been chilling for a little bit, you know. He's been venturing off into other things. But good battle, man. Good battle. Lada Zay, it was a good comeback for him. Very strong first round, strong writing, strong presence. But you could tell some of that time off was definitely showing a little bit. Few stutters, stumbles here and there, which took away from his performance. Chef Trez came out a little slow in the first round, then obviously picked up and kept the pace going in the second and the third. Overall, I thought it was a good battle. What did you think about the battle?
Yeah, it was good, man. Lada Zay held his own. I wasn't really sure what to expect. I think this was just like his second battle of this year.
Right.
And like you said, we hadn't seen him for a while. After, I think after that Danger Zone battle, everyone just kind of was like, all right, that's the end of Lada Zay. And, you know, it looks like he battled, you know, a few times last year, a few times, but definitely slowed down, whatever. But, no, man, I thought he held his own, and you could tell he was definitely like taking it seriously. And this was
absolutely
definitely one of the better Lada Zays I think I've ever seen.
He came out shooting in that first round, like I don't know nervous. I was like, whoa, yo, Trez, like you gonna have to really turn up, man. This ain't gonna be a cakewalk, you know. And I mean, this guy's got Fight Club experience, obviously, URL experience, you know, grind time experience. This is a dude who's been around for a very long time, a very experienced, sharp pen as an MC, but that time off just kind of reared its ugly head a little bit, you know?
Right. Yeah, man. It's had, it looks like over 60 battles, 65, 66 battles.
Wow, yeah.
It's pretty incredible, man. But that ain't shit compared to Chef Trez, man. Jesus, Chef Trez did like 60 battles last year. You know, like the guy's like insane. Chef Trez is battling all the time, and he's doing it everywhere. And that's why you kind of have to choose him as a favorite. You know, it was kind of like Danny Myers with the Ultimate Madness, where you're like, this is kind of what this guy does for a living. You know what I mean? Where it's like, he's used to battling every few weeks, you know? Yeah. And Chef's he's done every stage. He's done every size room. This was just going to be, like he said in the interview with you guys, it's just another day in the office, man. He doesn't have to go crazy. He's not like, oh, God, this is the one for the tournament. I'm really going to turn up. He's just like, this is what I do.
Poor Danny Myers, man.
I shouldn't even brought his name
up.
up.
To the semifinals, and then Holmesy the God sent him home packing. And you can see he was just so disappointed, man. He was just like, had his hands on his hips, couldn't believe it. But
no, he really
like the big boy he is, he just sucked it on up, paused, and said, hey, you know what? That's how they saw it. I thought I won. And guess what? I'm going to be battling somebody next week, so it really don't matter anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be battling Tuesday, Wednesday,
and he
Thursday.
really did. He was the next weekend he was there to battle Jay Kruger the day after Summer Madness. He was battling Jay Kruger. So, you know, who no-showed him.
Yeah, man. And we hear that he's got some real life things going on, you know, where he didn't make it to the battle, but I hope he's all right. But that's neither here nor there. Let's bring it back to KOTD. But, you know,
Good
anytime
call.
I get a chance to talk about Danny Myers,
You're
I
gonna-
got to. You know what I'm saying? Danny, I hope you take all the trolling and fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all good, man. We just like to keep your name alive around here.
Yes, we do.
And Tim is your biggest supporter, so you know
Biggest.
I gotta give Tim a little shout. You know what I'm saying? Every
Right.
time your name is brought up, he knows better. So blame Tim for that. So blame Tim for that. No, man, but yeah, like you said, I felt like once Trez saw Lada's couple of slip ups here and there, he's like, hey, you know what? I know that what I have is good enough.
Right.
I'm going to do what I need to do to advance to the next round and turn up from there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, all in all, though, man, I had a fun day watching the event. It was cool.
Good.
It ran a bit long, though. I ain't going to front.
But I still feel like it wasn't as long as the week before. Like, I felt like it was a little bit more efficient. God, I wish I knew like the exact runtime from
4
like,
battles in like 3+ hours.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know, man. Before we used to think all these watch battle lives, like what's taking so long? We're watching the Geechee Gotti videos 30 times, the Calico videos 30 times. And now we're here watching videos again, over and over again, just songs off of Ruin Your Day. I'm like, yo, Avo, KOTD, y'all need to speed this thing up, man, because these battles are taking too long, man. You know what I mean? On a Sunday evening, like they're taking too long, bro.
You know, and I used to think maybe they had these long pauses because it was like, all right, they want people in the venue to go to the bar because they're going to be,
right.
you know, they're going to be getting a
make
portion of like all
yeah.
the alcohol sales or whatever. That's obviously not the case here. So what the fuck is taking so long?
I don't know,
what are we
man.
doing?
I
like,
had no clue.
Dude, I have seen Gates of the Garden do 20 battles in, 3 hours. Like legit 20 battles. And it's like, you like the battle ends, you take the microphone off the guy, you put it on the next guy.
They're not even using microphones. Go. It's a shotgun mic. So what are we I don't know, man. What are we really doing? I'm hearing the Beat Out record, I'm hearing the Geechee record, and I'm hearing one other record being played all night long, man. You know, it's too much going on. I think they definitely need to streamline it and make this happen. We have seen now from other tournaments that you can get this done in 2 hours.
Right.
Still have the commentary going on, still have little interviews, and still get the judges to talk. So we need to make this happen just a little bit quicker because people will get bored and they will start to complain, you know?
Yeah. And rightfully so, man. I mean, yeah. They got to find out what's not working, what's holding it up, and just work on that. I know they've always blamed the battlers and whatever, and maybe that's still the case.
The brothers, they don't want to clear the stage. Everybody wants some camera time. No one wants to listen to me. I'm trying to get everything moving. Well, now there's no one to blame. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no big crowds. Everyone there is there to participate. They know what's up. There are people who have been to battles hundreds of times already, so we should no longer have any delays. This is just my formal complaint. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's the only thing that I really had to complain about, over the course of the night. Everything else I was cool with. It looks sharp. It looks good. Sounds good, but there's just takes too long, man. I mean, we could blame Ben a little bit for his 30-minute soliloquies and recaps, but hey, oh man. All right, so that was the Southern Division review. Now we have to go to the East, my brother, to the East, my brother, to the East, my brother, to
X-Clan.
the East. Oh, you know about X-Clan.
Oh yeah. Come on, man.
This
Look at me. Of course I know Brother J.
By the red, the black, and the green with the keys. Hey, can we get canceled for that? By the way, I didn't say it. You know what I'm saying? Proud boys fall back. Proud boys fall back. All right. No, but fun fact. Brother J and X-Clan used to live up the block from my junior high school when I was a kid.
You're kidding me.
I kid you not. And that area was a very mixed area with bit more of a Jewish population. So I was like, how the hell did X-Clan end up living over here? Like, what's going on? What do their neighbors think when they show up in all the leather and big black medallions, stomping in my big black boots and being all super militant? Like, it was wild, man, but it was dope to see them. Like, but it was just like, this is weird, but X-Clan, man. Oh, that's a throwback for that ass, yo.
Yo, it really surprises me that they lived up the block from you and not up the block from me.
They would have been like, ha, Tim, I see you throwing out the garbage, my brother. What do you have in there? Must keep a vigilant eye on you, Timmy.
He's got the most unique voice, man. I love that.
It's so crazy how Afrocentric things were for those couple of years in hip hop.
Yeah.
And it was like you had everything going on all at once. You had party rap, you had militant rap,
right.
You had gangster rap,
right.
You had Bismarcky with nonsensical rap. You know, you had the merger of hip hop and R&B with BBD, and then all of a sudden it was like, we got to go gangsta.
You know what, man? I feel like since it was the beginning, like A&Rs didn't know what the hell they were doing. They were just like, fuck it, let's just throw shit out and just see what sticks. And then, Dre came out, and then it was like, oh, this shit sticks.
Let's go that route. I got a whole theory about that, but I think we should save that another day for one of our hip hop breakdowns, because we will go down this socio-political vortex, my brother. And right now we have to take it back to the east of the KOTD Grand Prix division, my brother. And before we start, I will let you know who will be battling on Sunday. All right. So we have Head Ice versus Ty Law, Eddie I versus XL, Bonnie versus Show Off Ninja. We have Rich Dollars making his return versus J Murder. Before we start, Tim, which battle catches your eye the most, man?
J Murder versus Rich Dollars.
Oh, tell me why, my friend.
It's going to be interesting, man, because Rich hasn't battled since November 2014, and
really, that's not when he battled Jims.
Yeah,
that was 2014.
Yeah,
no way.
J Murder has had 45 battles since then.
That was 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, son.
Yep.
Yo, time flies. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So that's wild. But I am curious. So, okay. So when it comes to like returns, it seems to be if you haven't battled, if it's been about 2 years, maybe 2.5, you can do okay. Once you start getting past 4 years, though, 3.5, 4 years, I think the returns aren't nearly as good. I mean, Misfit is an exception, right?
She's an outlier.
Right. But I swear, everyone else, and here we got, 6 years?
That's going to be rough. Yeah, man, Misfit made an immaculate return, but like we said, she is an outlier, so much an outlier that she bought the Manscaped trimmer just to do her fade in the edges on the side of her head. You know what I'm saying? Like when most people use to trim their balls, she uses it to trim the side of her head. Like it's pretty crazy.
What?
I'm just saying. You didn't see it on IG?
No.
Yeah,
that is wild.
She bought the Manscaped joint. You know what I'm saying? And she trimmed the sides, man. You know what I mean? So. But I was kind of like, first of all, I was like, Misfit, like, hold on, you buying the ball shaver? Like, what's going on here? And then I'm like, hold up, is Misfit gonna be like, what, doing some sexy post or something? Like showing her trimming something? And I see her trimming like the fade on the side. And I was like, no, you catfished us, Misfit.
Right.
Shout out to Misfit. Please don't beat me up when you see me. It's all jokes and it's all love. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, man, but you are right, though. Once you have been gone for a certain amount of time like that. And 6 years is such a long time when it comes to battle rap. You know, in battle rap ages like dog years. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's like 6 years is really like 18 years
Yeah.
in real life.
Word.
And I'm a fan of Rich Dollars' rapping. You know, like when he's on beats, I saw him do some freestyles that were pretty good during his downtime. But getting in that ring and, you know, shaking off the rust on a return like this, and Jay Murder battles all the time. Jay Murder could be hot or cold to me a lot of times, but when he's on, he's really good. I mean, great aggression, great delivery, amazing voice, you know, sneaky bars. Sometimes he's not always my cup of tea, but he's good. You know, like I can't say like he's a bad artist. Like he's a good battle artist, and I just think the time off is going to show. However, I do hope that Rich Dollars comes out gunning. I hope that he's fire. Because no one wants to see, I don't want to call him a pioneer, but a veteran of his status. Like, I don't want to see him get washed. You know what I mean? Like, I hope he does at least as well as Lotta Zay did, you know, where he's aggressive, attacking, has some good bars, and makes it a fight, you know. But overall, if I got to put my money down, I'm going to roll with Jay Murder to win this one. 2-1. It should be clear, but I'm hoping Rich Dollars completely surprises me, man, because ain't nobody trying to sit around and watch no whack-ass battle. I'll tell you that much.
Right. No. You know what? If I was Rich Dollars, I wouldn't want to come. I wouldn't want my return battle to be against Jay Murder, and that's not because like Jay Murder's whack or not a big enough name or anything like that. But just because Jay Murder, he's gonna play dirty, man. I mean, remember his battle versus Young Cannon and shit? It's like,
that was disturbing. Yeah,
you know, like, so this guy is not playing. And when you're gonna put $50,000 in front of his face, like, man, I think he's gonna just tear Rich Dollars apart, man. I really do.
Oh man, yeah. I hope it don't get crazy, man.
Yeah, I think it might get crazy.
I mean, Jay Murder also exposed the dude who wanted to. I don't know if he bought bars from him or just wanted to buy bars from him. I'm like, but if you're writing the bars, why would you expose the guy who's buying the bars? Because then who's going to want to buy bars from you knowing that you might expose them later?
No one.
And if I'm Stax, why would I want to battle the guy who I tried to buy bars from? Like, that whole scene was just nutty. But, yeah, man, Jay Murder should win this one and move on.
Yeah.
And speaking of moving on, we have XL versus Eddie I. Eddie got salsa. He's part of Latino Heat, so we know who our boy France is rooting for. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you got XL, who is a wily veteran who's been in the game for a hot second, and you know, he also does have tournament experience from the UFF.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Remember his battle versus Anubis, or as you like to call him, Anubis?
Yeah, I remember. You remember that? You remember how I said it, man?
You're like, yo, you heard this guy named Anubis? I'm like, who? I was like, Cannabis?
It's like Cannabis' brother. Yeah.
I'm like, you
it's
mean
a weaker
Anubis?
strain. It's a weaker strain. Yeah. Anubis, yes. You know, okay, this is a battle. I think the other battles today are very clear. This one, I really have a hard time trying to pick.
Right.
I don't know. I think I'm slightly edging Excel. No, you know what? I'm gonna go Eddie. I'm gonna switch it just right now. I'm gonna slightly edge it to Eddie. Just, I think he's a little bit more well-rounded, and I think the judges are gonna like that a little bit more. He's a little bit more laid back. Excel is just like straight bars. And although I do feel like he's improved on like the way he delivers them, and it's just not straight like just this, you know, kind of like how we talk about franchise, where it's just like, it's just this, and just hitting you over the head with the same thing over and over and over. I kind of feel like Excel
teabag style, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Damn.
Hit you with that Toronto tea. Right on your forehead. Chinese water torture with my balls.
Oh man! Now, whenever I hear Toronto, it's always in Saga's voice.
I'm from Toronto.
Toronto. So yeah, man. I think Excel can be really good. And I've actually really he's surprised me like this past year. I thought he's had a really good year, but I think Eddie is going to be more what the judges favor.
I'm actually gonna go with Excel in this battle. All right. As a guy
That's surprising to me.
As a guy he's probably got like at least 10 years in age on Eddie I, who he's also been in the game for so long. You know, he loves to rely on his pen, and you know, he's very big on himself. Pause. You know, like, I'm great, I belong here, I need to be here. Well, brother, this is the time to show up and show out. Like, you cannot lose to Eddie I in this first round. And I also feel like he got stood up by Head Ice on an battle.
That's true.
And he's like, you know what? No matter what, some way, somehow, I need to advance and try to avenge this no-show versus Head Ice, or at least make it further than Head Ice does in this competition. You know what I mean? So I feel like he has some extra motivation simply from the age factor, the experience factor, and wanting to get his get back at Head Ice. I feel like that will motivate him just a little bit more to edge out this battle. But I think it's going to be one of those battles that might end up being, 2-2, or one of the judges is going to be like, I couldn't really decide, but
right.
XL. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I kind of see it edging that way. And Eddie I raps really fast too. And like he raps so fast that I feel like that might have some people missing some of the bars at times. And XL is, like you said, a little bit more laid back with it. His pacing is just a little bit more obtainable. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that might play into his advantage also.
Yeah, I think the one thing that may not work for Eddie I is some of his references are pretty obscure,
Or you got to be really young, you know what I'm saying? Tim,
right,
man,
that's exactly
brother,
it.
we are some old dogs, man.
You know what I mean? Some Pokemon shit that I'm just
brother,
sure,
we're some old dogs. Look at us. We're
right.
sitting around in freaking Nike and Under Armour workout shirts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No shave. My hairline's looking crazy. You got the beard coming in, salt and pepper and all that, So,
yeah, man.
And
they're like, dude, look at these old men. We don't care if they don't catch our bars. You know what? Good. I'm glad you don't catch it. That means I'm relevant.
Right. So if the judges are old fogies like we are, they might tend to lean more towards XL. You know what I'm saying?
Did they announce the judges yet?
I don't even know, brother. I haven't seen an announcement on any judges. I don't know who's judging. Well, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up, man. KOTD. We're keeping it real all episode long, all series long. So you're going to get a lot of dosages of realness from us. You guys got to let us know who's judging these things ahead of time. You got to get these judges situated. I don't know what you need to do because people would like to bet on these battles. And guess what? A lot of people's bets are contingent based upon who the judges are. So it just looks like things are shaky. Like things could be just ran just a little bit better, just a little bit more precise. Just have the judges ready already. Have your rollout ready. Once the East Division is done, you need to announce who's judging in the North. Like what's happening in the North. Like I feel like this is a big opportunity for KOTD, but the rollout is just not what they need. There's no extra promotion going on. You don't see any big push on Twitter. I don't see Twitch pushing them like that. And I just feel like for the magnitude of this tournament being in 4 different regions, 50K on the line, new merger happening, this is just not being presented in the best light. And this affects your MCs. This affects people who want to watch these battles. Like this has to be tightened up, man.
Yeah. I agree, man. And I think they have the judges already. I just don't think they want to announce it because they're afraid there might be, there's 50K on the line, and I think that they're thinking, all right, if they know who the judges are, if the battlers know who the judges are, they may reach out to them and be like, hey, give me that vote.
Give me that vote, fool. It's a
full-time it's a full-time jack move. Yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, it didn't seem like that was a concern during Ultimate Madness. I mean, we knew who the judges were then.
That's what I'm saying,
I don't know. But we'll see.
I guess we'll see.
But the promo, the push, all that stuff, absolutely. I would love to see that more. This is such a big thing, man. KOTD has not done a thing at all in 2020. Zero.
Right.
And then they come out with this big thing, and it's like, let's capitalize on it, man. You know, the biggest thing people are talking about shouldn't be how Frack was robbed.
Yeah. Although, which is kind of like a blessing in disguise.
I mean, yes, yeah. But you would rather have people talking about how dope a battle is or how great this is as opposed to KOT did something and boy, they fucked it up that first week. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah, it's kind of nasty, dog. It's kind of nasty.
But we'll see. And you know what? It's the beginning. They haven't done a tournament in 8 years. They got to work out some kinks. You know, it was the first week.
But, dog, this is the third week coming up. Come on. I get you. All right, maybe the first week they see the debacle and go, oh, all right, we need to clean this thing up. Like, this is getting crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, all right, neither here nor there. We'll find out who the judges are, and that should be interesting also. Moving on. Very interesting battle. Bonnie Godiva versus Show Off. Your thoughts on that battle?
Come on, man. It's Show Off. Come on. What? Is this for real? It's Show Off.
I hear you. Can I ask you a question? What do you feel about Bonnie being in this tournament knowing that she has admitted to having people writing for her? How does this affect the culture and the authenticity of it and the integrity of it, especially knowing that this is a tournament that's going on? I'm sorry, Bonnie, but this is a stain that you're going to have to wear forever. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure you write bars. I'm pretty sure you're capable of writing a full battle. But now we're like, 50K on the line, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd get a couple of writers and hook it up so I can win. You know what I mean?
You know, I just haven't liked a Bonnie battle on KOTD like ever. You know, I've seen her be really good. I love Bonnie versus Gaddis is phenomenal to me. Yeah. That is like probably one of the best female battles I think I've ever seen. So I mean, she can do it. But man, ever since she like made a run for the chain or whatever, you know, starting a few years ago, it's like every time I'm just like, oh, come on. I don't know. It's not there. All of it just seems very generic. And it seems like she thinks she's better than she actually is when she's performing. You know what I mean? So she can be good, but will she be good here? I don't think so. I think Show Off's going to
I think this battle is going to be pretty clear, but I do think this battle, it definitely has the writings of getting very weird.
Yeah.
It has the writings of getting very weird, you know.
Yo, Bonnie's done some crazy shit. Like, pulled out the dildo versus Averb.
That was
grabbed
wild.
Sharon's dick.
That was very wild.
Dressed up as Catwoman against Carter.
That was pretty. Yeah, that was wild.
That was one of the better ones. So actually, I actually am mad at that one. That was a good one.
Hey, shout out! Shameless plug. Shout out to Bonnie Godiva's OnlyFans. I mean, I don't have any OnlyFans subscriptions. You know what I'm saying? There's too much free content on the internet for me to pay for anything. But the free previews that you do drop on Twitter from time to time, hey, you go, girl. You do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? You get that bread. I will not be talking down on you. Do your thing. So, you know, salute to you and your OnlyFans and you getting that bread, man, with all that cake. But we do know Bonnie used to date Math. Show Off had a very weird battle with Math. Does Bonnie try
Very
to take
weird.
some of those angles and take it there, and then to show off, attack Math in this battle? Like, how weird are we gonna get? All these sexual innuendos and weirdness, and I'm just hoping we have a good, clean battle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I am here for all the tomfoolery also. So I'm not going to lie. You know what I mean?
That thought hadn't crossed my mind, but I think you're totally right. Like, I'll be disappointed if we don't have something like that at this point now.
You
You
get
know
your
what I
ass
mean?
eaten, you eat ass. Or you get your
Yeah,
ass
right?
eaten, you eat ass. Or you get
Right?
your ass eaten. You 69 eating ass. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's going to be.
What if Show Out brings out Math?
That won't happen. That will not happen.
I don't think so either.
No, that will not happen. You know what I'm saying? But I do think if Bonnie tries to take on the J400 and Math angle, that Show Off somehow is into guys or whatever. And this is all battle rap talk. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like, I'm not Show Off. I'm not saying you're into any of that, but we're just putting out perspective angles that could happen. I feel like the judges and the people would be like, yeah, nah, I'm cool with this on a Sunday afternoon. Like, I'm not really trying to hear all this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You know what angle she might take is Adi Boom. Show Off and Adi Boom being very close.
Yeah, hey, you ain't never lied, brother. You ain't never lied, man. That could definitely get her some points, and she can make some great angles with that one. So that should be interesting to see where this battle goes. But regardless of what angles are brought out, I feel like Show Off is just the better rapper, the better lyricist. His delivery is much better. Everything that you can put out there on the table, he should be able to do it better than Bonnie. So I have Show Off clearly winning this battle.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, all right. Now,
talk about clear battles.
Ice versus Ty Law. Let's get into this one, brother.
You know how I feel, Vlad.
I don't know how you feel.
I'm going to go into straight slander. No, man. Okay, so
Ladies and gentlemen, the thoughts brought to you right now are solely of Tim's and not LTBR. So,
dude, I can speak freely because I'm in Wisconsin. You know,
he's in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I got wolves everywhere.
You still end up in Brooklyn from time to time, man. That ain't far away from Harlem. So yeah, you gotta watch your back.
I'll let you be the slander king.
Yeah, all right. So Head Ice hasn't won a battle in a very long time, and you know he was there was a certain element he brought back in the day that was appreciated. You know his presence and some of the street shit he was saying. But man, that's worn off, and it's been done a lot better by a lot more people. And now we're just watching someone do something that they used to be good at that isn't relevant anymore. And so Ty Law is known for his punching or whatever, but I think his type of punching could actually translate very well to KOTD because he's kind of like a kind of a stop start, not quite stop start, but there's like some pauses in there to like let the bar kind of sink in a little bit. And I think a lot of bars can be missed when people are just like going for the flow and it's just straight do, you know, you don't even have time to like even process what they just said. So I say that to say, I think he can be pretty creative with his punches. And I think a lot of them can be caught. And so you have a guy who is going to be saying bars that may or may not hit, but at least people will be able to catch them versus a guy who's going to be saying shit that no one's going to be understanding and is just going to be going off of presence. And is presence enough to beat someone with actual bars? I don't think so. I mean, it worked for a couple chain wins, a couple title wins.
Hello.
I don't think this is going to work anymore.
This, Tim. Head Ice doesn't lose on KOTD unless he clearly chokes all 3 rounds. All right, all two rounds at least.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I do feel like his bars versus Show Off in that RBE quarantine thing were pretty good. It was a different Head Ice than we saw. He had a lot of bars that were a lot more direct versus show off than he usually has. He's usually pretty esoteric and but he was a lot more direct. I do feel like he's gonna end up winning this battle because Ty Law does have some good bars, but at times he tries to get a little too creative, and sometimes they could just be like, "Really, dog?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And his delivery and his presence just may not be able to stand up against Head Ice's. The
presence definitely won't.
And we know that's like at least 50 to 60% of battling. You got to have the presence, you got to have the charisma, and you got to make your opponent look a certain way. And I think Head Ice can do that to Ty Law, but I don't think Ty Law can do that to Head Ice. And I mean, come on, man. Are the judges in the building really going to go, we have Ty Law winning the battle? No, I don't think so, man. I think Head Ice, I'm guessing this is going to be in New York. There's no way he loses in New York, yo. If it's in New York, there's no way he loses.
Well, here's the thing. The one judge that I heard was Chino XL.
Word? Is this an exclusive?
I thought that was I thought people knew that though.
Well, listen, I mean, listen, if you're 1 hour, 11 minutes and 39 seconds into this podcast, then hey, you earned that one. All right.
Yeah.
And KOTD, if you're mad about that, then maybe you should have told us who the judges were beforehand. All right.
Yeah.
But
word. So hey,
Chino
XL, Chino is all about punchlines.
Yes, he is.
And he's all about lyricism. So I think I don't think he's gonna. Although he's a pretty menacing figure,
That's
himself.
what I was gonna say.
He's a big guy.
It looked like him and Head Ice could have been in some motorcycle gang together or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I can see him relating to Head Ice as you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can see that happening. I can see that for sure. And they both come from the same era. But Chino XL's got to be 2-3 years older than Head Ice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like they all come from the same era, the same cloth.
That's true.
And I can see, Chino going, well, man, Head Ice is just cut from the fabric of the hip hop and the cloth and this and that.
Right.
And I can see that because for Ty Law to win, he would have to be not just the punchline, but the flows would have to be crazy. The delivery would have to be crazy. He'd have to be weaving in and out of bars and doing all that. And he's just very stand there, rocks side to side and delivers the bar. And then, it's kind of like a Bill Cosby kind of delivery when he's with the bars and he has to come with the bars and then he stops and he waits for you to understand the bars. I'm just like, come on, man. Let's go. Whereas Head Ice will just continue rapping, whether you get it or not. And he has this way of making you feel kind of stupid if you don't get it. You kind of question yourself, why don't I understand this? I think it's dope. I think it might not be dope, but I don't get it right now. But I like the way he delivered it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that can totally win you the battle, man. I got Head Ice taking this battle, bro.
No.
All right.
I just can't see people picking nonsense over bars.
All right.
I mean, this is what
KO Tim. Hey, listen, speak your truth, brother. This is what we here for. You know what I'm saying? Speak your truth, man.
I mean, I've transcribed a lot of Head Ice battles, and they are fucking painful, man.
Bless your heart. Bless your heart, brother.
And I don't know, man. I mean, for at least the one judge that I know who takes lyricism very, very seriously, I can't imagine him just being like, all right, that was a bunch of bullshit, but he seemed cool saying it, so I'm going to go with him. I just don't see it.
All right, man. All right, so let's recap this and put a ribbon on it. All right, so we both have Jay Murda over Rich Dollars, right? We both have Show Off over Bonnie.
Yep.
You've got Eddie I, I've got XL, so those battles we'll be watching very closely. I've got Head Ice, you've got Ty Law, so that battle we also will be watching very closely. So I'm hoping that with each week we get improvement all the battle rappers get to see what happened the previous first 2 weeks, make adjustments, and bring some quality material. I will be looking forward to it on Sunday. I'm not sure if it's at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m., but I would start tuning in at 3 just in case. Go to KOTD Twitch channel. You can find it there. And, of course, Monday morning, 10:30 a.m. to noon p.m. on Caffeine. I, myself, France, and Cece will be recapping the event. So that's right. Go to caffeine.com/LTBR podcast, where we are now Scion partners, brother. We got that blue sea out there.
That.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
that's
man.
Dope.
Hey, that's all of us, player. That's all of us. You know what I mean? That's all of us, B. So, yeah. Also, guys, man, subscribe to our YouTube channel. I know we neglected YouTube for so long, but hey, we're dropping clips consistently now, and I can tell that you guys are liking it because we are now at 800 subscribers, so we are 200 away from that 1,000 where we can now start going live on YouTube if we get to that 1,000. So if you're listening to this, go subscribe to the damn YouTube, man. And wherever you're listening to this at, whether it's Apple, Spotify, anywhere, subscribe, leave 5 stars, leave some comments. It allows people to see us, gives us more visibility, and allows us to keep on leveling up. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Program V, and follow Tim on Twitter at Don't Tweet Much.
That's
and
right.
We will see you guys next week for the review and the preview of the KOTD Grand Prix. Ja, das ist guten. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week. And hopefully we have some dope battles to recap. Either way, we're going to flame you or we're going to give you your props, but we will keep it 100% honest. So thank you, everybody, for rocking with us, and we will see you guys next week, y'all. Peace.
All right, peace.